Welcome to Sitaram International School. We create confident kids. Hello, dears. I am Anto Rosita. I am going to take computer science class for you. Let's we start. Yes. In this session, we are going to discuss about software and the hardware. I hope you know something about hardware and software, right? But in this session, we just see briefly. Okay. So see. Yes, in this first one is anatomy of computer. Okay, a computer comprises of two major components. They are hardware and the software. Okay, so see in first before discuss about the software and hardware, we just discuss about what is computer. Okay, so computer is a electronic machine that does not possess any intelligence of its own. Okay, a computer without instructions is like a car without an engine. Whatever we give, it will be reflect of us. Okay, so it requires a set of instructions given by a user to work on. These set of instructions are called programs, which are written in the computer languages. Okay, a software is a collection of programs that are stored in and run on the computer hardware and help users to work on the computer. Okay, so the software is that part of a computer which cannot be touched or seen. We cannot touch the software parts. Okay, we just see only. So see, the software is of two types, system software and the application software. Okay, the system software is divided into three types: operating system, utility software and the language processor. Then the application software derived from two types: general purpose application software and specific purpose application software. Okay, so see, the system software is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and internal working. It reads data from input device and transfers the processed information to the output device. System software is of three main types: operating system, language processor and utility software. See, an operating system is needed to operate a computer. It controls the overall activities of a computer. It acts an interface between the users and the hardware and enables them to work together. Okay, so when the computer is switched on, the operating system is the first program that gets loaded in its memory. See, the example of operating system is our principal sir, like how he can control overall the school activities is the same. The operating system can control overall the activities for a computer. Okay, so see, these are all called examples of operating system. Next one thing, we have to see functions of an operating system. Okay, the device management. An operating system controls or the working of all input and output devices. The memory management is an operating system assigns memory to various programs whenever required. It also frees the memory when it is not in use. Runs software. An operating system runs the application software, right, like Paint, Microsoft Word, then Microsoft PowerPoint and etc. See, the processor management. An operating system manages the working of the processor by allocating various jobs to it. File manager. An operating system keeps track of information regarding creation, deletion, transfer, copy and storage of files in an organized way. Security. It provides security by means of password to prevent misuse of a computer. Okay, so see, the memory management is it store all the activities and all the documents. Then the file management is it will be keep the information in it will be keep all the information and record it. Security, it will be provide the computer. Okay, so next one thing, types of an operating system. First one is single user. Okay, in the single user operating system allows only one user to use computer system at any given time. Okay, we can use only one person in a single user. Multi-user operating system, it can be allowed multiple users on different computers to access a system at the same time. Okay, next one thing, multitasking. Multitasking operating systems allows a user to run more than one operating programs at the same time. Okay, in multitasking, the operating system keeps track of the program you are in and allows you to switch from one program to another without losing information. Then see, these are all called utility software. These are perform specific tasks usually related to managing a computer, a device or its programs. These programs assist in the smooth functioning of the computer system and help it to perform better. Okay, in these utilities are help to avoid the virus attack and take backup of your data and recover data, etc. Okay, see, these are all called utility softwares. Then the utility programs. Network utility. The network utility check the network connectivity and configuration of network devices. Okay, the network utility examine the network speed and performance of the computer. Okay, so then my file manager, it will be helps to perform operations on files such as viewing, editing, copying and deleting all the activities. Then disk management. The disk management utility enables the user to view and manage the disk drives installed in a computer. Then scanning. The scanning is used to examine the computer systems, drives or files, etc. Sometimes the virus will be attacked in a computer. So in this time, the scanning is very useful for a computer. Okay, so the scanning is done by the using the antivirus utility. So next one thing, the backup. This is the process of storing a copy of data in another storage device so that it can be recovered and restored in case of damage or loss of the original data file. Sometimes, unfortunately, we can delete some files or missed some files. So using the backup file, we can recover the deleted data using this backup. Okay, so next one thing, data loss. Data loss is very common and has caused serious problems for many organizations and individuals. Hence, it is essential to have regular data backup from time to time. Okay, then compression. It is a process that shrinks file so that less disk space is occupied. The files that are bigger in size need to be compressed while sending as an email attachment. Okay, next, each software is created by writing program in computer programming languages. Especially the familiar programming languages are Java, C++, C. These are all the most and familiar programming languages in computer. Okay. So see, as we know that a computer can understand only the machine languages. Okay, so the computer can comprise 0 and 1s. These two numbers only can get the computer in the program machine languages. So see, next we are going to discuss about the hardware components. Okay, so see, Yeah, okay. What is hardware? The physical components of a computer which we can touch and feel are known as hardware. Okay. We can touch and we can feel the hardware. But in this software, we don't touch it, we can't touch it, and we can see only. Okay. So see, these are all called the computer's hardware. Supply, DVD, ROM drive, mainboard, CPU and CPU fan, RAM, VGA card, hard disk, sound card, keyboard, mouse, monitor, speaker. These are all called computer hardwares. Okay, see, the hardware is derived into two types. They are internal hardware and the external hardware. Okay, so see, HDD, here the disk drive and RAM, motherboard, processor, and CD, DVD, ROM. These are all called the internal hardware. These are all located in the inside of the computer. Okay. See the external hardware. These are all located in the outside of the computer. They are keyboard, graphic pad, webcam, mouse, scanner, joystick, and microphone, the digital camera. These are all called the external hardware. Okay. So see the input unit, then the processes memory or storage unit, control unit, arithmetic logical unit. So we can get the output unit. Okay. So ALU, it will be derived as arithmetic logic unit. Next one thing, CPU fan. The CPU fan alone will not prevent overheating of the small chip. See the picture carefully. This is called a CPU fan. Okay. See, this is called a motherboard. It can be considered as a backbone of a computer. How the agriculture is called as a backbone of India, like the same, the motherboard is called a backbone of a computer. So it serves as a single platform to connect all the parts of a computer. Okay. Next one thing, that is a power supply. Power supply is a hardware component that supply power to an electronical device. In this power supply only can give a energy like a power to an electronic device, that is a computer. Next one thing, DVD ROM. In our PC having a this kind of DVD ROM. Okay, I hope you can see, you already saw this. A read only DVD disk used to permanently store data files. It is used to distribute large software applications. Next one thing is VGA card. Is a video display card or graphic adapter. We can It is utilized in order to process and generate an output image to a computer monitor or display. So in this, VGA card is used to visible the video for a graphical adapter. Next one thing, hard disk. A hard disk drive, that is a HDD. Hard disk, hard drive or fixed disk is an electromechanical data storage device that stores and retrieves digital data using magnetic storage and one or more rigid rapidly rotating plates coated with magnetic material. Okay, this is called a hard disk. Next, we just discuss about the difference between the software and the hardware. Okay, so first one thing, the software is a set of instructions that tells a computer exactly what to do, but the hardware is a physical part computer that cause processing of a data. Second one thing, software cannot be executed without hardware. So the hardware is cannot perform any task without hardware. Okay, so third one thing, software cannot be touched, hardware can be seen and touched. So final one is software is debugged in case of problem, hardware is repaired in case of problem. So these are all the difference between the software and hardware. So I hope in this session is very useful to you. So if you have any doubt, please ask me. Thank you, dears.